What's goody? What's goody? It's your girl, S. Nova, the universal donor, and I'd like to welcome you back to S.E.T.ORACLE. Welcome to the set. What's that? Full set, all 10, baby. Thank you for your likes, comments, your shares, and your subscribes. All my connections are listed on my cute little board here and or in the description box below. If it is not there, it does not exist. If you see my content anywhere else, please feel free to report, and I do thank you. Glad to be here with you people. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever this message may find you. And we're going to get into it. Okay. Here they go. Here they go being funny. I saw the end of the movie Bill Bellamy's How to Be a Player when Lark Voorhees catches him, but she don't catch him. But she see the clothes and the girl don't mind walking out naked in the elevator. I saw that. And then I also saw some other nakedness. I saw the Game of Thrones where old girl had to walk to the Red Keep naked. And they was throwing the cabbage and the stuff at her. Yeah, I saw that. So, somebody's getting caught up for something. Somebody's getting caught assed out. But then somebody also has to do a walk of shame because now they're assed out. Same thing, but different meanings. Somebody is walking out shameless. Somebody doesn't care. Somebody don't care if they get caught. Just as long as somebody, there we go. Somebody doesn't care if they get caught, just as long as the other person does not get off. That's where the shame comes in at. They're not shamed. Or they don't care about being shamed, just as long as the other person doesn't get off. And then the other shame is somebody being punished for all to see. Bare, just not physically naked, but the metaphorically. Uncovered, no protection. So yeah, there are definitely two forms of shame coming out here. Somebody's getting payback for something. Somebody's receiving karma for something. That's what that's giving me. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Father God, ancestors most high, I ask that you grant the collective the serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I don't know if anybody heard that, but as soon as I said accept the things that they cannot change, there was a click behind me. So either you, collective, or somebody else is just going to have to take it for what it is, because we're in certain retrogrades, and these retrogrades, actually one of them is, what is it? We're in Neptune until December, and people are being forced to face reality. People are being seen for who and what they are. That's what the nakedness is. Somebody don't care how they're seen anymore, just as long as somebody else don't go down, and somebody will have to be seen for who they are in front of everybody, and this is going to be bad. I got, there's somebody it's almost like it's an attack. It's an attack against a male. There's one situation. There's an attack against a male to where they get caught up with whoever they're with, pretty much an attack to destroy a relationship that this person has, because they may have been like a hidden lover or something like that. And then there's a there's a female that's going to be seen for all that they've done. This is what I'm seeing. But take the energy as it resonates. Switch the roles as you need. So there's a masculine energy that's going to get caught up by a female energy. And then there's a feminine energy that's going to get caught up, period, in front of everybody. So the masculine energy may have just gotten caught up by this particular female energy in regards to what another female had did, or a third party. That the person that they were dealing with may be the only one that actually knows the truth about the situation. Meanwhile, there's another situation going on where a feminine energy is going to be given a chance to confess to something, and they don't, and then everything just comes out. They're bare, naked, no protection, no nothing. That's what I'm getting. So when I say masculine and feminine energy, think what? Well, I'm not going to tell you what to think, but because I don't even like the way that sounds. But when I think masculine energy, I associate it with authority and stability. When I think feminine energy, I connect it to growth and emotion. Growth and emotion for feminine energies, in my opinion, and stability and logic for masculines, in my opinion. That's just me. So take the roles as they fit, but that's how when I try to explain energies, I'm explaining the energies based on those characteristics. Not saying that they are the only ones, but for me, it has been the prominent to let me know who is where, whether it be masculine and or feminine. And you will be able to use your discernment and make those own placements in your story as it goes, all right? 817. All right, so what's up? Alabama. Alabama has been coming up a lot, man. For real, for real. On the yard. All right, we're going to take that. On the yard. On the yard. Game of Thrones, the shame walk. She had to walk through the courtyard, did she not? Yeah. With the priest, the nun behind her with the bell. Shame, no, shame, no, shame. That was crazy, bro. And people was throwing stuff. One thing I do remember, though, when she got back to the Red Keep, there was this big old monster thing that she created to save her. And this monster thing had been programmed and went against its own family for her, due to what it had been rebuilt into by way of this woman and a practitioner. So this could also be a situation where a female is she's getting exposed, and she has to make her way back to somebody she created, a monster she created, somebody that she can manipulate to avenge her. And this person has already forsaken their family, gone against their family and stuff like that. You know. Yeah. And with the how to be a player situation, we didn't even see that end. All we heard was son of a bitch. And then the camera caught. Was done. But he was caught from there. And whoever that woman was didn't care. So how do these stories align? I don't know. But right now, I'm definitely seeing the Game of Thrones shame walk with this on the yard business. So we finna rock with that and see what's popping. If I lose you, I will have nothing. So yeah, there could be somebody that's supposed to be a saving grace. Texas. I went to court in your place. So was this woman taking the blame for somebody? Wow. What this is giving me is this woman sacrificed themselves for this person. Court, on the yard, courtyard. I went to court in your place. This woman, or feminine energy, I keep saying woman, but take it as it resonates. This feminine energy sacrificed themselves for a partner and took the brunt of whatever their situation could have been. This person was publicly humiliated for their partner, whether it had been a masculine that was publicly humiliated for a feminine, or a feminine that was publicly humiliated for a masculine. Either way it goes, somebody went through public humiliation for another person. And they didn't mind doing it. Whatever they did was big, though. They created a monster. Whoever they sacrificed themselves for, they created a monster, and they're expecting this person to have them. But this is what happened. This person sacrificed themselves for another. If I lose you, I will have nothing. I burned them and blamed you. Yeah. This was big. They burned their partner and blamed somebody else. They burned their partner and blamed somebody else. This person sacrificed themselves for whoever this is, whoever they burnt. Wow. Texas, Florida. What is going on? This could definitely be going on in the Gulf states. Somebody could be in Florida. Somebody could be in the South. Somebody could be on a beach. This is also giving me, they did something big for this person that got them in the spotlight with this yellow. But this person doesn't see what they did as a big deal. Because Texas is bigger than Florida, right? Y'all can verify that. But if I'm just looking at how wide Texas is and how skinny Florida is, Texas looks big. Florida doesn't look big. Skinny. Yeah, it was just a little lie. A little lie. The lie that they told, they think was something small. But it wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't think the blowout, they didn't think the backlash was going to be that big of the lie they told. They really didn't. I went to court in your place. Somebody got their ass chewed out for someone else. Somebody got their behind whooped for somebody else. I hacked you to commit a crime. I'm telling you. They didn't think this was a big deal. They did not think it was going to be seen. This person put themselves on the stake for whoever this other person is committing a crime of passion. Because if they do not have this person, they have nothing. If you don't have this person and you have nothing, what about if you don't have you? Because nothing from nothing is nothing. Anything times zero is what, ladies and gents? But I digress. What's at the bottom? They try to do everything that you do. So this person that perjured themselves possibly with this court situation, whether it be spiritual or physical, this person was told to be like you. That's why you were hacked. This person that they ruined their lives for and had to do if they haven't done it, they're gonna have to do a whole walk of shame for. Convince them to try and impersonate you or just flat out steal your identity with this hacking business. That's what you ain't supposed to know. But messing with me, you're gonna know it, baby. Because this person is gonna lose everything. And this is not no small deal. This is a big deal. This deal is the state of Texas, baby. This hacking, what they did, this is not small. This person sacrificed themselves. I went to court in your place. I hacked you to commit a crime. This person went to court as you for this person that burned them. And this is a big deal. This person went to court as you for the person that burned them. And if I lose you, I will have nothing. That's not necessarily about the person that they convinced to do this. This is about the person that tried to take on your identity. Because everything they got came from your identity, and that is being seen. So they went to court as you. If they can't continue to personify your identity, they're going to lose everything because it is seen that they hijacked your life for a love interest. It's out there. It's on the yard, baby. Shame. Bong. Shame. Bong. Something is happening in the Gulf States, bro. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you don't pay it, then I know you gon' shake it. 1, 2, break up. 3, 4, break up. Somebody could be a dancer. Somebody could work in a strip club, a sexy time ball. But whatever's going on, it's known, baby. You could be a dancer. Hey, Collective. If you be working and twerking and shaking that thing, hey, pop it one time for your girl. Hey, look, I don't discriminate. Let me tell you something. Whatever you decide to be the best at it. Seriously. And I mean that in every sense of what I say. Because I feel like, why waste your time if you're going to be mediocre? This is what I don't get about these lame thieves and people that do this. This is the best you got. You know, all of this is going to be found out regardless, right? If you're going to do it, do it. Be the best at it. So this person going to court in your place, if they would have went to physical court, it's now in spiritual. As above, so below. So this person gave it their all. This person said, if I am going to be the best imposter, I am going to be the best. And you apparently are the best to them. Because they may be infatuated with you too. Baby. Be the best at whatever you're going to be. You only get one life. Let's stop wasting time. If you're going to be an asshole, be the best asshole there is. Going to be a crackhead, be the best crackhead there is. I don't want nobody to be out there doing drugs and all of that. But I'm saying, what's the point of doing it? Go all the way. Don't hold back. Like, what you doing? This is the problem with these kind of people. You know what being the best at a crime is? Accepting the fate of when you get caught. You know how in movies when you see jewelry thieves and people and they steal paintings and stuff, and no, even if they got caught, they still gloat on how they did it. Somebody is going to do this. This is the how to be a bong bong. Okay. So the person that's putting themselves out there voluntarily putting themselves out there voluntarily now because they had to be put out there anyway. So, okay, in How to Be a Player, at the end, she had already slept with him and stuff. He did not get caught. He got everybody out of the way. She said, no, it ain't going down like that. I'm going to bear myself completely to make sure you get caught. So maybe somebody is somewhere telling everything that happened to make sure somebody gets caught. Which is why they went to court in your place. Because you were supposed to get caught. That walk of shame was supposed to be for you. What they did that you know to that person, they ended up paying for because that was supposed to be you. It's almost like they went to spiritual court and physical court pretending to be you. They hacked your life. They hacked your life. They burned somebody else and blamed you for it. This person that somebody connected to you actually got to do this. This is what they were doing to each other. They were burning each other and blaming you. Everything that happened to these people is your fault, collective. Everything that happened to these people is your fault. So when they go to court with your energy, transferring theirs onto you. And if they can no longer do that, they're out of here. And it's seen. Even though they tried to hide it and make it look like it was something small, it was a big deal. It definitely was a big deal. Once again, they were so happy to break the law. It's giving me they were in cahoots on this together. One voluntarily put themselves out there, and the other one ended up with the blame and the shame. But all of that was supposed to happen to you. That was supposed to be your location. That docs, that destiny swap. That was supposed to be your location. You were supposed to be the one that was seen as the home wrecker, the one that they cheated with, the one that bared it all because they didn't get some weird shit like that. That was supposed to be your place, but somebody else did it. So this is so stupid. Somebody else did it and then thought that you were going to get the punishment and the shame and the blame. But it still went down to them, and the person that they did it for, they're trying to get back to this person. They're trying to get back to this monster that they created. Take it as it resonates, man or woman. This is crazy. 25. Okay, look, man. It's almost like it don't even really need too much more to come out. But it's gonna have to. I told my dad some BS to approve my behavior. So a father figure. In tarot, that is like the kings or the emperor. So they told somebody something about you. They told a big lie about you. They went to court and told a big lie. They went to court and told a big lie and put you in it. They told a big lie about someone. But okay. The lie they told was actually the truth. The truth about what they did to somebody. The lie they told was actually the truth about what they did to somebody, but they put your name on it. They put your name on it. For sure. They put your name on it because if they could not keep blaming you, they would lose everything. They had to keep blaming you for whatever happened. That's literally what this is. It is literally being seen that the moment they stop trying to blame you and use you for things, they're going to lose it all. Without the shadow of a doubt, they're going to lose everything. That's why they keep trying to bring your name up and stuff. Honestly, collective, take a sigh of relief with that. Take a sigh of relief. You want to know why? Because now you know why this keeps happening. Now you know why they keep doing this. Because it's going to be the end for them if they don't. But you are you. Right? There's only one you, collective. So whatever you lost, by these people or persons trying to imitate you, you're getting it back. You're getting everything back, slowly but surely. Understand? Because the universe and the Most High does not work on our time. He sees what we don't, which is why he moves the way he does. Energy could never be more strategic than us. Excuse me. That's what these people thought. Energy could never be more. That's exactly what these people thought. These people thought that energy could never be more strategic than them. I meant to say we could never be more strategic than energy. Why is this card sitting that way? The devil. I don't pull tarot. They're an oracle. But if a card jumps or something or is sitting and I need to know, and I shuffle every day, whether I use them or not. This person has to hold on to your character, your identity, your energy, your life. You see that skull in their hand? They have to hold on to that because this is truly who they are. They're not seen that way. This is who they are. If they do not have your identity, legally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, physically, Mentally, they lose it all because they are pretending to be you. They have went in the ethers pretending to be you, as well as possibly physical courts. Check the states that came up. What do we have? We have Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama. Doesn't matter where you live. People like to play games all over because you don't live in certain places. So I tell everybody, certain states and things where they may be a bit lax on security when it comes down to accessing and programming things, go ahead and check those areas. And that's not to say that they don't have the modern day technology, but it is to say that you just never know who just so happens to be turning the computer on that day, you dig? Who's in charge of the power plugs and stuff, you know? Who's in charge of administering the programs for that particular day? Something called me to shuffle again. So somebody told an official, an authoritative figure, could be a father, they told him a lie. Muscle and joint pain. Somebody could have said that they were sick. Somebody could have said that they were sick and they were sick and needed help. Somebody could have said they were sick and needed help. Somebody could have said you were sick and needed help. I don't know. But they didn't think this was supposed to be light. Like it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to just kind of fade into the background and just be accepted for what it is. And they didn't think it was a big deal, but it is. This is a big deal. Whatever they may have said about your strength and your connections, they could have said that you're aggressive because you're hurt by connections. They could have said that you're not strong and you don't have strong connections. They could have thought that they could muscle you and make you weak with joint efforts, you know. Gather up the numbers and try to scare you or whatever. You know how people are. Fucking weirdos. I have to commit a crime of passion. My office hours are from 9 to 5. Yeah, so pretty much. Somebody went to court as you. And this is what they were doing on a regular. They were doing this on a regular. Whether it be in a spiritual realm or the physical realm. This was their daily routine. This person is addicted to being you, taking your life. This person, like, yo, really and truly, I'm not about to sugarcoat Nathan, you feel me? This person's life depends on taking yours. Whether it be on paper or for real. This person's life really depends on taking yours. This is literally an authority figure. This could be a lawyer. This could be a judge, whatever. A legal mediator or something. You understand? I burned them to blame you. They told these people that you were sick. They told these people that you were sick. You were sick and you were physically ill. You were physically ill, muscle and joint pain. You were physically ill. That's what they told him. Their life literally depends on keeping yours. And this is their job was to copy you. Their job was to take your life. Oh my God. This is big. You want look now, man. Look, it makes sense. In this situation, I look at everything. This card here, this muscle and joint pain, it's an orange card, but it's not the same color orange as the rest of these cards out here. You know, you want to know why I think that is in this particular situation? Because it's not the fact that they said you were sick, because we know that's a lie. They took money. That's the big deal. It ain't because they said that your arm fell off and people see you with two hands. It's they took money to do this. That's the big deal. And they took money to do what? Hold on, because I want to get this together. And I got little hands, I'm trying. They took money to do what? Even if this person didn't go to court in your place, they could have hacked records and took them to court because you were absent. So let me speak for this person. Not speak as you, but speak for you and say you were sick. Come on, man. These people is... These people is... So this person, whoever this person is, that thought that by, look, it's giving me this person was doing things in your name, like saying it was you. That's why they didn't care if you knew or if anybody else got caught, because they were going to say it was you anyway. They were running around with your identity, whether it be physically or energetically or spiritually. You get what I'm saying? They were running around really believing that they were you, and everything that they were doing is you. Because they thought they were you. They wanted to be you so bad. This person literally tried to embody your essence but be a whore. That doesn't even make sense. But this person was literally doing all of this and putting your name on it because they were paid to do this. This was their job. That's why this person was happy in the beginning. Because by doing this, it made sure that whoever you were connected to, you didn't want anything to do with them. But they ended up taking a walk that was meant for you, but it was not destined for you. Once again, they ended up taking a walk that they meant for you, but was not destined for you. You were supposed to be hurt by this. Yeah. What did I tell you? I burned them and blamed you. Did I not just say this person was purposely making people sick and doing things? Because the whole idea was for it to be seen as you. The crime of passion doesn't necessarily have to be about love. It's anything that you're passionate about. And this person was passionate about getting people sick out here and blaming you. That's why when it first happened, they didn't mind doing it, because eventually somebody was going to blame somebody else. But now they are getting seen. It is out, and they have to pay for that. And they did this on purpose. Had no cares. Wasn't worried about shit. They did this on purpose under your name. Mind you, they did this on purpose under your name. Just under your name. A name. But that's not your energetic signature. That ain't your fingerprint. So how would it be connected to you? If we get down to the nitty gritty of this, how could that ever be connected to you if that is not who you are? If you can't, if it's not happening for real, there's ways to manufacture it. They got paid, and they paid people to lie on you in court and say that you have been passing out a disease or an ailment that they have purposely been passing out. That's why they were so adamant about getting into your business. So when they went into court, it would line up with your current life. Keep your business to yourself. And I know sometimes we want to share things with family and friends and all of that. You know what? Don't put it on the internet. Use your discernment. If you ain't got to deal with none of this kind of stuff, yeah, sure, cool. But at the end of the day, I feel like everybody should be discerning about what they put on the internet in regards to their happiness. Not your lows, because, people can't wait to see that shit, but what you're happy about, what you got going on. And you can't help it if you're in the spotlight and you got projects, but usually those are a little bit more protected. Those that are finally getting out of hard places and getting their life together, you want to share that with people, but sometimes you can't because you don't know who's preying on your downfall. I'm not saying be paranoid, I'm just saying be discerning. 42. All right, we finna end. Last card. See? Mad immature. Mad immature. All because this person didn't wanna be an adult. But it don't even matter because it's on the yard. It's out. It's out, boo. Everybody know. And that's where this person finna be, on the yard. Because if this is reading what I'm reading, this person purposely gave people diseases. That is attempted. And then whatever this disease is, because it don't look like this is big. It don't look like it's something that's coming out. It don't look like something that's going to go away. It's giving me it's something that a lot of people got to deal with in the background. But this shit is big. It's big. All because of this person. And this person could have paid people that they actually gave it to. Oh my goodness. This person could have paid people that they gave it to lie in court and say that you gave it to the person they were sleeping with. That's how they got it. These people doubled down on their own life. You can't, if this, ain't no if, collective. They didn't get this from you. And if these people go to court and they have already said something else under oath, signed, sealed, delivered, black and white, and accepted money. Not look, the way things be panning out when you do stuff like this, not only are you not going to get any sympathy, they're probably going to give you the max. And then you could be in a situation to where whatever you need medicine for, you will not be able to get it if you do not go to jail. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They thought they were going to muscle you in a group to say that you got something that you don't because they gave it to everybody around them. And they thought they was just going to be chilling while this exploded on you. They thought they was going to be in Florida while this thing blew up the size of Texas for you. No, baby. It's on the bottom. Come on. I told you. This was a joint activity. A joint activity. Somebody is going to be losing everything. Whoever did this, I have you to commit a crime. You see how of passion just slid down, but it doesn't matter why they did it. You're out of here. Whoever did it, they're out of here. It doesn't matter why you did it. Arkansas could be significant. What did Tennessee? The same thing that Arkansas. So somebody saw this. A couple of people saw this and didn't say nothing. These family and friends. You want to know why? Because they were the ones up there making the fake pages of you, going to authorities to explain why they're doing what they're doing to you. What? Same line. Don't play with me. They were going to see an official to constantly be talking about you. And it could be any type of official. It could be a legal official. It could be a medical official. You understand? A police official. Whatever. There's evidence in the phones that they hacked you. There's evidence in the phones. They probably got conversations talking about if we can't get this done, we're done. Yeah, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Temperatures is rising. The devil is coming to collect on these folks. The devil is coming to collect on these folks. They cannot get any more information on you. Ain't nobody putting no bugs in their ear. Ain't nobody planting nothing no more. They are getting removed, baby. And they can't take it. Getting dizzy, lightheaded, everything. The temperature's rising and they can't take it. I'm telling you, the universe is turning the heat up on their ass, for sure. Mississippi again, I'm telling you, check. It could have something to do with a dancer, a waitress, security. Look at all the characters in P-Valley. Look at their positions. Look at what they do. And I'm not saying that this could be people in the strip club, but think about it. An entertainer, a manager, security,
a hostess, a waitress, somebody that takes care of the money, somebody that takes care of the food, somebody that takes care of the liquor, somebody that takes care of the music. Everybody got a position. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. Look, y'all better. Breakfast at Tiffany's and dinner at Carrabba's. I'm telling you, this got something to do with some big money. This could be somebody that is possibly a dancer or knows a dancer or something. Like I said, I ain't got nothing against no dancers, baby. I'm all about that popping. But this could be somebody that's a dancer or knows a dancer or somebody that just gets a lot of money. What I'm guessing, what I'm feeling, is from that How to Be a Player, this is somebody that does this to men. Somebody that exploits men when they don't get what they want. Because I feel like even though Bill Bellamy should have got caught, she was mad. She has some hater in her. She has some hater in her. His sister kept talking about how good the D is, according to the girls. And by the way, somebody's family member could like them a little too much, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. They wanted to be somebody. Yeah, you somebody, all right. You somebody. You finna be somebody on the yard. Somebody, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. I don't know. But this didn't even make no sense. You sold yourself. You sold yourself. Because you didn't want to do the work in life. Because you wanted an easy life. Whoever these people are, this is what's y'all? Oh my goodness. Somebody cannot get you out of their head because they can't believe they did this. This person had to pretend to be you as a sick individual because who they really are was already a sick individual. And I mean that in more ways than one.